Speaking of directions, we haven't spoke for a while, Don. Chelsea, you've made a final this week by absolutely annihilating Middlesbrough. A much better performance with players in their natural position. Big game tomorrow night. You play Aston Villa, another chance to progress in a cup competition. But no real signings this month linked to some really interesting players in the likes of Duran, maybe a few going out the door. It all feels a little bit crazy at Chelsea at the minute. As I say, some good results and progression in the cups, but weird transfer activity. Talk to me. What's going on at Chelsea?
What is going on at Chelsea, bro? I couldn't believe that I was seeing us be linked to this. What's his name? Dujan. Yeah. I've never seen a single game of
Duran, bruv.
Duran, yeah. Bro, enough is enough. I don't know why these guys want to even, consider adding another young, inexperienced kid into this situation that we're in, because we can all see we need experience. So someone that we should be looking at right now is someone like a Benzema. I've spoken about him already. For me, I'm not going to get overly gassed because I don't think he's the same player, but I trust him more in front of goal. You know what I mean? He's going to bring a different type of mentality into the team. Again, his finishing, like I said, is a lot better than Jackson's and Broja. And for me, we need to get rid of Broja this window. Do you know what I mean? He just doesn't look like the same player. It's like a hologram. When we play him, it's like playing 10 men. It doesn't really make sense anymore. So yeah, we definitely need to bring someone in, but it can't be this guy from Aston Villa. But earlier, it came out, Emery mentioned it in the press conference that he's injured. So it looks like we're not going to pursue that any further. But yeah, man, it was a good win the other day. Poch finally, took it back to basics, didn't overcomplicate things. Like you said, he played everyone in their normal position apart from Disasi, which I understood because we haven't got any right backs fit at the moment. For me, I'd rather start Alfie there, to be fair. But listen, but Disasi, he played well. He played very well, in fact, the other day. Probably his best performance in the Chelsea top, right? But yeah, on Friday, bro, we just need to carry on. We need to carry on. He can't be overcomplicating things again. I highly doubt that he's going to start Ben Chilwell because obviously he just came back, which is understandable. You got to manage his minutes. Otherwise, he'll get injured the way Gusto did the other day. So you're probably going to see Levi there, unfortunately. But he needs to try and keep as many of the same people to start against Aston Villa, because Middlesbrough, let's be real, they didn't really make us, we were just all over them, but we didn't really waste a lot of our energy, in my opinion. I think in the second half, we took a little bit easy, Yeah. So I'm expecting the same sort of lineup with a few changes here and there, but we need to beat them. Because if you remember at the bridge when Gusto got sent off, we were playing a lot better than them. Sterling, he had another moment like he did against Wolves where he could have literally played it to Jackson. He didn't. We end up losing that game. So yeah, man, we need to beat Villa and just keep it moving. Because right now we just keep winning. We keep winning games. So we need to carry on, man.
You're a very good winning.
What are we
streak.
saying, Pochin? Is that what we're saying now?
Bro, I said Poch fix up, and he fixed up the other day. But let's see how much he can carry on.
How many strikes is he on now, Don?
He's on strike 2, bro. He's on strike 2, Kate.
You're moving on that snappy shit, bro.
He's still on strike 2.
Listen, you know how long it took me to give him 2 strikes?
He stole your whole flow there, bro. He stole everything.
United was strike 1, like I said. Making Ten Hag look like fucking Heisenberg was just a howler, right? And then strike 2 was losing against Middlesbrough the other day, right? We were shocking. That was strike 2 for me. So the other day he was good. I bigged him up. I said that's probably one of his best performances again. Since he's been at Chelsea, he was very good.
I have a question, guys, because I actually thought about this yesterday. If I was a Chelsea fan, would I be saying Poch deserves next year just solely if he wins this trophy? If he wins a trophy, does he automatically get a pass for next year?
Oh, he buys himself time for sure. That's for sure. 100%.
No, not by himself time. He's guaranteed next year, because I'll tell you why. There's a very good chance you finish with a cup, but you don't finish in top 4.
Oh, top 4 is a long shot right now. I'll be real. But
that's what I'm saying. There's a very big chance that happens.
To somehow get top 4, Staffy would have to depend on Arsenal to continue losing games, Spurs again to keep losing games, and for us to keep winning games. Which, right now I know we've been picking up results, and technically we're the most informed team in the league. I still don't trust us, because even those games that we've won, I've still been
most informed.
We are, bro. We've picked up 12 points in the past. Was it month? I think it is month and a bit. We're literally the most informed team right now.
Lying right now.
We're literally the most informed team right now. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. But I've still been saying more bad things in those wins than I have good, which should never be the case. Now, if I'm saying more negative things and I'm criticizing him more, that means that football is not sustainable. Do you get it? The way we played the other day is more sustainable than what I've been watching. So I'm still not, going to look at it and think, yeah, we can get top 4, we can get top 5. Nah, man, not right now. I think top 6 is more of a possibility, but for us to get top 4, top 5, we have to, depend on Arsenal and that to keep dropping points and that, and then we have to keep winning. That's the only way.
I think he automatically gets granted next year if he wins that cup. Because that means you're going against the final against Liverpool, beating them. Infinity. What is the one thing we always say about Poch? He has no trophies. Yeah. Comes in his first year, picks up a trophy.
If he wins that, he's going to stay. He's going to stay. That's what I said. It's going to buy him time. It's definitely going to buy him time. And bro, it's going to go a long way, man, because these lot are young. They're going to get that feeling of winning together. The first trophy we won under Roman was this trophy as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bit of a parallel there, man, right now. And this is like what, the 5th time we face Liverpool now in the final. I'm seeing something along the lines.
Yeah, better not be a 0-0 again because I'm tired of that.
Yeah, better be. I want to ask you a Gower question here. Do you think Arsenal are going to feel some pressure if Poch goes and wins a trophy with Chelsea in his first season? If you guys then don't go on to win something this year because he's ex-Spurs. Chelsea have been awful for a while now. Like they're in a final now. They've definitely gone further than you in the FA Cup. Are you feeling a bit of pressure as a Gooner looking at this Chelsea team right now?
Oh, 100%. To answer your question, yes. But first, let me say this: Kate should be the most upset out of everybody because he gaslit their fan base. He gaslit their fan base for multiple years, telling them these trophies don't matter. These trophies don't matter. These trophies don't matter. And first thing he does when he goes to Chelsea, he says, I want to win everything. And he's taking these trophies serious. So the first person on this whole entire panel who should be the most gaslit is the person who had him as their previous manager. And at this current point, he looks like he's taking trophies more seriously at Chelsea than he did in his entirety at Tottenham. He used to play kids in these competitions. And Kate, you must be more upset than anybody else on this panel. But if you're going to talk about Arsenal, let me bring it back. Rum, your boys have to do something for me. They have to do something.
We will. Don't worry, we will.
I don't care. I am the most shameless individual on this whole panel. My badge will be an Arsenal/Liverpool badge on that day. I am Liverpool on that day. I need Liverpool to stop Chelsea the same way they stopped Tottenham from winning the Champions League. We cannot have this Chelsea team with the new owner and been in the mud, spent £1 billion and win a Carabao Cup the same way Manchester United did last year and try to clown everybody with it the whole year. It cannot happen.
Wait, why not? Why not?
On top of that, I will say it right now. I hate Chelsea more than any other club in the whole world. Not Manchester United, not Tottenham. That's just me. Maybe not every other fan. This is why I don't want them to win.
It sounds like jealousy.
This past couple of years has been amazing. I've loved it. If they win a trophy, honestly, it might not affect Arsenal and the club and the players, and it might not put pressure on them, but it will piss the fan base off so much because they will continuously hold it against us as like Manchester United did the Carabao Cup. Guess what? It doesn't, even if they do win it, at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily finish my sentence before somebody cuts in. Relax. I just got here. Enjoy now. I'm done.
I was saying to Don straight away, me and Don were speaking on the stream, and I said, you do know, if you don't beat us in the final, I don't think they will, Gal. We've got you. But if they win, they're not even going to care about bragging rats towards us. They're going to go straight for the Arsenal fans because the narrative will be, he got a trophy in his first season like Arteta did with a new ownership, Kindergarten FC. That's what the narrative is.
Hold on.
Bro, you want to blame them in the last 4 years. The main thing is Liverpool losers, except for Manchester United fans who want to laugh at them.
1 second. Don, I got you, Don. Give me a second here. You can't blame them. You can't blame them. First of all, of course, I'm gonna be on Don's side that day because, like, I'd rather him win the new scum. The news. I don't give a shit about you guys. It's just plain and simple. But honestly,
they're about to overtake you in trophies. You don't care,
bro. Worry about yourself. Bro. I'm ahead of you. But anyways, here's the thing, bro. You can't say, bro. I'm using the same argument, but hold on, bro. Let me cook up something here. I have enough ingredients. I'm trying to put something together.
All right, James Harden.
How could you say this about Chelsea fans when you yourself come here every week when they lose to talk about Enzo, but the minute they win a trophy, you don't expect them to come back at you? That's number one. Number two, you're saying
I expect them to come back. That's why I don't want them to win.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you come here every week when they lose and you talk about Enzo and you talk about this and you talk about that, obviously the first thing they're gonna do is when they win a trophy, they're gonna look for you because you're a wanted man now. Now, secondly, you're saying they can't. Okay, they can't win a trophy. Why can't they? They invested in a manager, they invested in a squad, and then if they're in their first year they win a trophy, that's the same thing you guys did with Arteta. Because everyone kept saying he won a trophy in his first year. You guys remember those debates between him, Ollie, and Lampard? That was the one thing that they used. And just lastly, when you're saying Kate, she should be embarrassed or upset because that manager used to clown these trophies. Bro, I swear for the past 2-3 years, or the past 2 years at least, we've been using bigger fish to fry because of you guys. You guys literally made that famous. I've never heard bigger fish to fry until Dun Robbie came out and the whole AFTV crew told us that these little cups ain't important because we need to win the league, and they're yet to win the league.
And guess what?
And they're still running the.
Just to add to that as well.
And
Don't worry about. Hold on, Nigel. Yeah, before you hold on, Nigel. Before you come in, yeah.
Bigger fish to fry take. I've been off every stream.
I didn't say you. I said your team.
I'm just telling. 1 second, you're addressing me and probably Saeed. Both of us probably don't subscribe to that. I'm pretty sure you don't subscribe to that.
Saeed's like sitting there like 50%. Why if me? I know what Gal and a lot of Arsenal fans be worried about. It's this, right? In the 4 years that Arteta has been there, if Chelsea win this, it'll be their 4th trophy in that time period. So in this is where it gets hard. Spurs fans went through this with Arsenal, and Arsenal were going through their darkest days, and Poch had them up near the top of the table, and they're playing beautiful football. Arsenal won more than them. Arsenal have won 1 trophy in 4 years. If they were to win this, Chelsea, for all the crap they've been through, it'd be their 4th trophy since 2019, with Champions League, Super Cup, World Cup Championship. They've won those trophies, and that's where the pain's going to come from. And I get it. I totally understand. If your team's been playing really well, and one of your especially your geographical rivals, one of your biggest rivals have been in the pits, finishing in the bottom half of the table, owner being forced out the country. If they win 4 times more than you in that period, it is painful.
Once again,
hold on, Nigel. Yeah, before I even add to that point, let me go back a little bit to Kate. Don't worry about Kate. She's worried. Kate. They're hold on right now. Hold on, Nigel. Let me tell you why you shouldn't worry about Spurs. No, let me tell you why you shouldn't worry about Spurs and them lot. Yeah. They are used to people leaving their club and winning things. Yeah, they're used to it. Kate is used to it. That's their life. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I thought he was about to defend Kate.
Let me tell you why. Here go. Come closer. Let me tell you something. You lot keep talking about phases and this and all of that. Yeah. If we win this trophy, that just completely debunks that whole thing about phase 4 and we can't do that because we're in this phase.
No, don't think just.
It does, bro.
If you win a League Cup,
this team right now. Hold on, This team has been put together pretty much overnight. Yeah, you lot have been together now. This is I call them Mikel's Avengers. These are his Avengers. Yeah, do not let this young team at Stamford Bridge, yeah, in West London, win something before these man. I'm telling you. Because that's the day that you ain't going to want to jump on any panels with me, bro. I'm going to be unbearable. I am going to be unbearable. Make sure that it doesn't happen. Pray to all the gods that you need to that it doesn't happen. Because Roms is going to hold it. Yeah, I'm telling you, Roms, I'm going to Roms.
I've got you.
You, any Arsenal fan in the chat.
At this moment in time, I'm just going to say Liverpool's got this.
Anyhow, we win this, bro. In this phases that you don't.
Okay, you're threatening me now. With what? Listen, I don't care, bro. The reality is, this is what I care about. I care about Darwin Núñez actually getting a good conversion rate for once. Mo Salah and Trent somehow being there for the final, if it's possible. I care about Liverpool performing in that game and you guys losing. Now, Terry, the reason why I care, I'll tell you this, and everybody should listen to this because this is actually no bias. This is real. You don't know when your team is going to get over the line until they get over the line. And if Chelsea, this young Chelsea team, wins something, it could potentially push them on to start having more of a mentality that they can do this and believing in themselves and go a little bit further and improve. Now, I'm not scared of Chelsea per se. I'm more scared of their fans talking shit to me. But the reality of the situation is, if this Chelsea team do that, and this Arsenal team has been unable to do that since Arteta first came in, Silverware is the currency, and they're going to sit here in 12th, 10th, 8th, 9th, doesn't matter what position, and say that we won something and we're going to be remembering this season for something, and you won't. And that's going to hurt more than anything else, Terry.
Listen, I totally get it. I'm an outsider looking at at your rivalry, and I get where the pain will come from. I do disagree with the phase bit a little bit element though, Don, because I think for me, and I've said this a few times recently, being in title races, generally speaking, means you've got a better chance of winning trophies. Did that make it generally means you're a better footballing team if you're in a title race? I think it takes time to get to that point, but of course you want to pick up trophies along the way as well. I'm not disagreeing with that point. We have some super chats here. First one says, Gooners who watch Arsenal lose to Chelsea during the Drogba era get the hatred. To make it worse, legendary cricker Sachin Tendulkar is a Chelsea fan. Only reason why India roots for oligarch-owned Chelsea. Do you know, interested? You all know who Sachin Tendulkar is, right? If you watch cricket, he's cousins with a woman called Nisha Patel. Hope you're well. Used to work in the bank with me, and she told me it was her cousin. I didn't believe her, did I? I was like, yeah, of course it is. Turned up in the branch one day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. I got a couple of cricket balls signed. I couldn't, but you know, when someone's told you something, you're like, yeah, you're spinning that old yarn. She went, yeah, he's coming to see me today. We laughed. We were like, yeah, of course he is. He walked in. I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked. It was amazing.
You watch cricket?
I don't watch it as much as I used to, but yeah, I watch cricket, and it's a good sport. I like cricket. I mean,
you watch cricket, but you don't watch NFL. It's crazy.
So it's crazy that I watch a sport that's big in England and that we.
No, but you make fun of NBA and NFL, but you watch cricket. I just find that funny.
Gal, it's pretty self-explanatory. Cricket's bigger here than NFL and NBA.
Nah, I just find that funny. I don't know. Maybe she's.
That's like Santa. Is it funny to say to an American?
It goes like the cricket.
It's really weird that you don't watch netball or cricket, but you watch the NFL.
No.
It's the same thing.
It's more common for him to watch that, Igal, than to watch that.
As a kid, anyway, like when I grew up as a kid, there was literally like they used to put one NBA game used to come on Sunday. The NFL wasn't really on TV or anything, so you couldn't really get into it. And when it's become a big thing, it's on too late. Man's got to go to bed. I'm old.
Listen, what was the first thing that came through my mind? You get it.
It's all right, man.
Yeah, we.